And so, do you want to run it? Is it not working? Oh, there it
Yeah,
goes.
Oh my god.
Did you stop it?
yeah.
No, keep
That
going,
looks
That's
keep
cool.
so
going.
cool.
You
This is
guys
the...
aren't streaming, are you?
No, I'm recording this. I think this is one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time in Minecraft. Keep going, keep
Wait,
going.
Oh
screenshot
my
I
it
just want
and
goodness.
to
send
stop
it to
it
me.
before it reaches before it goes too
Yeah, yeah.
far.
Yeah,
Like,
stop it
how
before it
far is
runs.
it?
And just like that, the chunks are still rendering, but we did it. I mean, we didn't go a little, you didn't go quite high enough because of
Oh, I
extreme
see.
hills, but this is awesome. I think we're gonna
Yeah, this
actually
is
stream
really
the
brave.
rest because I have a lot of work to do today that's not really good for a video. So I was trying to record a Nether Web update video, and I really did want to work on that project, but this was like a couple days ago, and I got like 2 minutes of work, or 2 minutes of footage in, and I feel like I did a lot of work. It was mostly in a stream, but we ended up doing quite a few other... Holy crap, Gobble, this looks fantastic. He does Extreme Hills better than the Minecraft generation does. That's pretty awesome. We did a lot of other work, so let me actually hop straight into single player here and show you kind of what's going on. So this is kind of screwed up because I'm sure we probably lost all of our string here. Yeah, that's screwed up because of Forge, and some of these observers are powered on. But we have a mob farm design. Oh, slime farm is just ruined for me. And I'm pretty sure none of these tripwires are working. But in the grand scheme of things, we just hop back into spectator mode, you can see that we have a design. Huge shouts to KK for not only coming up with the basic concept of this farm, but setting me up with a world download just like this for two gigantic designs that you guys haven't even seen a video on. I don't know if he's going to release a video on these, but I think they're pretty cool. This one over here is 172,000 an hour with one person online. But since it has, I believe he told me 1.5 times the spawning spaces as the other design, you can see he's just kind of merging this gap here and then adding in a whole bunch of other layers. It should be probably significantly faster than this design with multiple players online. However, it's also like twice the work. So I'm going to go ahead and just not build that design, say thanks but no thanks for now. What we will be focusing on is this design. It's nice and simple, easy to look at, and the AFK point, if I forgot, yep, I did mark it out here, is right in the middle, so you'll be able to see everything rain down. And every mob will die on these different observer platforms where it pushes the mobs into lava. This works for every mob is only going to fall 23 blocks, and then they get pushed into lava and die, and the witches will die too, and the babies will make it onto these magma blocks. And so I spent a huge stream converting, like, he had multiple rows of magma blocks underneath the water, like this, and that is significantly less, it's not very good for performance. In fact, it was his suggestion that we minimize the magma blocks by adding like 2 blocks like so. That way, because as you know, magma blocks randomly destroy the water on top of them. In this case, it's completely fine. I mean, the water just replaces it, shortly after. But all of those constant water updates on a scale like this, where we have about 20-some thousand observers down here, we can't be having all of that constant water updates. So by minimizing it, it's a lot less laggy. The reason I'm even talking about this is that was one of 3 main things I did. I added these water channels below for the items to get collected in the center. In the stream, they actually went out to the side. I updated all the ice blocks, and I have an on-off switch coming around the back, so you can actually turn the entire farm on and off, and I can sort of demonstrate that while I'm talking, because we did all of this in a stream. Now, the reason I'm mentioning these one last time is because that took me like 7 hours. It was an extraordinary amount of work getting all of that done. But we finally decided on everything we've got here, and it should be just about done and ready to pass off to the builders. So you can see as the farm gets disabled, basically it just triggers every farm like this. So it just forces every piston down, moves the spawning floor to the side. Every mob still in the system will fall down, and we kind of all agree that that's kind of the least laggy, least effective on the server way to disable the entire farm. Lights were the other way considered, but I don't know if you've ever turned off about 20,000 redstone lamps. Minecraft worlds don't like that. The entire server would probably freeze for a good while everybody experiences massive lag as all of that light updates. Not to mention you have to power it with redstone dust as well. And this design with the powering these pistons down uses just about pure repeaters. So there you go. There's kind of a major recap of yesterday's stream. If you guys didn't see that, it'll obviously be linked in the linked in the description and up here if you're on PC and you can see the card. I recommend checking that out. It was a pretty good time. In fact, we actually took a break about 5 hours in and played PUBG for the last couple hours. And that's pretty much where that leaves me. So let me just head back to the slime farm because that was also sort of the first thing we did on the stream was Nuke came in and ran an awesome command that just destroyed the diagonals for each of these perimeters, and it just looked so cool because he ran a command where the armor stand broke like a huge slice of blocks, but then one less row of blocks each time. So this whole diagonal just got formed in real time. And honestly, like I'm not even going to show a teaser clip. You guys should really just check that out on stream because it's pretty cool, and that consumed most of my time. So as for work on the Nether Web, honestly, I didn't get very far. I've been busy just doing all these other things, and the reason I'm even telling you all this is because I plan to stream today where I need to work on the slime farm again. Alright, not so seamless cut because I lost my train of thought. Not a ton of progress here. I honestly haven't worked in the Nether almost at all. And that's okay. I totally plan to revisit this project. It is important for survival, but I have so many other big term, like long term, big scale plans that I'm having fun focusing on this. So in the end here, you can see that Felody came through here and just decorated everything here. Oh, it looks so good. It's finally like pretty much done. This hallway is fantastic. I honestly can't remember if I showed this in a video or not, but I'm going to show it again because if you haven't seen it, you totally should be seeing this. And Reggie, the guy working on the slime farm, built this tunnel here. And I'm also going to link in the description a video by Reggie on his progress on the slime farm and kind of what inspired him and everything that he worked on. And it's a pretty cool progression video because going back over there, we can see that it's obviously like there's a lot of work that's been done. It's been a long time in the process, and this is also kind of like a slime farm update video because a lot of you might be wondering whatever happened to that competition, and honestly a lot of the people who chipped in didn't really stick through with it like Reggie did, and I think this thing looks fantastic. So what I'm going to be doing today, probably in a stream coming up soon here, is updating a lot of these slime farms. So now that I know how to world edit, I can actually change these to match the color scheme a little bit more, like this here. And I think I should get a lot of these functional because not only are we missing fence gates here, but like there isn't any lava in place, and unfortunately we need to use string to keep the lava from burning the fence posts, but Forge renders string is invisible, and sometimes when you build with it, it doesn't render client side. Like we've had lava pour out and break in survival mode, and I'm not entirely sure how that works, but when you process string on the server side, like if you play on like just vanilla or Optifine, it should work completely fine. So I am a little concerned, but working on this, seeing as everyone's pretty much logging in with Forge, we can't really get the lava in place for this, but I'll be sure to get every fence gate in, and then maybe I'll just put in like an orange stained clay just so that people know what's supposed to be there. However, here's a major problem that I need to deal with. All of these farms, all of them, are turned off and on in such a way that the pistons are supposed to push down from above, and this works completely fine, but you're supposed to like input from down here, and then this will just disable every single piston going down. Couple things wrong with this. First off, the red and green really just doesn't match the build. I mean, even when he changed the rest of the colors, it just doesn't fit. And also, we need to power from below. So what we've come up with is, if I can find it, right over here, I think an observer-based solution is our best bet. You can see just updating that. It does all of them in a reasonable amount of time, and it's fairly like friendly. It's really not that impactful at all. No redstone dust at all, and even Pablo helped us come up with a solution like this, where even in these super tricky locations, you can disable all of them. And this is kind of a pain to build, but this shouldn't be necessary everywhere. So this is just going to take some time, just like the mob farm did. Like what I just showed you guys on paper isn't that much work, but like in practice, it still took me quite a few hours. So I'll probably gonna live stream this, hang out with my pals, friends and pals came at the same time. They're on Discord, and it should be a pretty good time. So hopefully the rest of this video should be an update as to how that stream went. Alright, the stream was a massive success. We updated almost all of the slime farms. I think we did just about update all the slime farms. The wiring is nice and slick, so in case you guys don't remember what we had before, you saw with the slime blocks and the redstone wire and the pistons in place now just look fantastic. So much better improvement. I'm really happy with this. And even over here on the junctions, Pablo went ahead. I was going to say me and Pablo, but this is the kind of thing where he didn't really benefit from my help. He was able to make a nice little circuit just like this that will turn off the junctions all the same. And yeah, like I said, we almost got them all done. These were really hard to work on in World Edit because most of this had to be done like by hand, where we had to edit the top layer and then just kind of stack it downwards, which wasn't too bad, but it still took a little bit of time and 3 of us working on it. So everybody's logged out now. Good amount of work done on this. I still recommend Reggie's video on the progression of this. Link to that in the description below. And also just a mere change to the mob farm. Simply one thing changed. I realized that we should probably cut down on packed ice, because if I remember from a schematic I took of this thing, in fact I can probably do this live on camera. There was, I believe, drumroll please, 22,000? Yeah, almost 25,000 packed ice blocks required. So I replaced all of the ice, the packed ice, and the bottom on these ice streams here with normal ice, because it's not going to melt and it's really not going to make a difference that it's packed ice. So I do still want to work on the Nether Web, but I am going to need a lot of Nether brick for what we plan to do. So I want to fix up the furnace array, but we're going to save that till the next episode. As for now, thanks for watching.